Okay, dili ko pala kung asa mag-start. Excited kayo ko. And I'm also battling with myself whether I do this video in Bisaya or in English. But I figured maybe I can do Bisaya English. I'm so super excited as usual because today we just received our notice of action 1 sa among K1 visa application. So if you didn't know, well, you would have known if you watched our previous video. We are in the process of applying for K1 visa for me to be able to be with my love in the United States of America. It's so freaking lengthy. The process is very lengthy, and there's nothing we can do about that because it is what it is, and I am a Filipina, so therefore the process will take that long. But anyway, it's all gonna be worth it. And yeah, so this video I will be sharing with you our timeline, how things have quickly progressed, and so on. I think I'm also gonna go through the basic eligibility for K1 visa application. I found a very helpful PDF sa USCIS na page. There are actually a lot of materials or resources there that can help you out. I have joined a K1 visa support group on Facebook, and there are so many questions there regarding not just the progress of everyone else's visa application, but as well as like how to file, where to file, the forms to use, eligibility, all that choo-choo. So with this platform and with this personal experience, I aim to help you guys as well. And yeah, also this is the perfect opportunity to record my face with all the expressions that I have through this process. Right now it's so init, and I don't know how init it is, but earlier cooler na, but now and I'm trying to find my fan, but I couldn't find it. Water, we have water. Anyway, without further ado, let's delve into the video. There are so many intermission numbers, and there is so much noise in the background because somebody is doing something, drilling something, and lots of motorcycles, so I'm so sorry. And also again, it's very hot, pero we are doing this today, and there is no other perfect day to do this but today. Yeah, so let's start with the timeline. My fiance went back to the United States, or arrived home 28th of March just this year, 2022, after his 2 weeks stay here in the Philippines. And if I remember correctly, two days later, no, I don't think it was 2 days later. Okay, I'm saying it's 2 days later because on the 26th when he left, while he was on the plane, I believe, he was asking me way before then, like, what are our plans moving forward? Are we doing it? Am I moving there to be with him? Blah blah blah. And I couldn't really answer him. But when he was on the plane already and I was left here, it's like he took a piece of my heart with him, and I could not live longer if I'm not going to be with that piece of my heart. So I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about, but anyway, I said, okay, we are doing it. So his flight from the Philippines to Chicago and then Indiana took like maybe 25 hours. So that's 25. I'm not sure if that's flying time or that includes layover, but yeah, anyway, I told him, okay, we are doing it, and let's start the process. So I think the first thing that he did when he got home was actually he pulled up the form I-129F. Is that the form? Yeah, I think that's the form. I-129F form, and filled out the necessary information And it took like a week for us to compile every single requirement to complete the whole set. And on April 6th, he mailed the packet to USCIS. And then, according to the notice of action, so notice of action, this is like the applicant's copy, which we received today. Today is April 18 in the US, April 19 here in the Philippines. So effectively, it's April 18 we received the first notice of action from USCIS. There, in the notice, in that page, shows a few significant dates. Like the date for when USCIS received the set or the packet, all the requirements. They received it on April 8th, and then they released the notice of action 12th of April, like 4 days after that. And then it was mailed back to him for just like the official applicant's copy. In the notice of action, you will see there a receipt number, which I believe will also serve as your parang reference number where you can track the status of your application. And then also there will be stated yung case type. So in our case, it was a petition for alien fiancé. And then also the name of the beneficiary, which is my name. And then, so it's just basically a notice that they received the application, and then the following steps will be another set of notices, like notice for biometrics if applicable. And in some other instances, I also see people being required like for additional proof or additional documentations for their petition, which I hope that we will not be required anymore, because again, that's gonna add another few months into the whole process. According to my readings and the K1 visa support group that I've joined, the lead time right now is between 10 to 13 months. That's like almost a year. But it's okay, because it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we're going to be patiently waiting for that. And yeah, so that's the whole process. It took 18 minus 6, it took a total of 12 days from sending the packet to receiving the notice of action 1 in the mail. And in the USCIS webpage, as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of resources that can help you with understanding the how to file, where to file, the filing fees, and the process. And there are also like helpful questions here that a lot of us might be asking. Like me, for example, I have to have work. I need to work when I get there, because I mean, what else am I gonna do? Staying at home is not for me. Oh, it's for me on weekends maybe, but like every single day, not sure about that. And having no income also, I don't think I can survive for so long with no income. I mean, it's not like he's not gonna feed me or anything, but it is just like for myself, like I need to work. So those questions will be answered through the resources here. I'm just gonna share with you one reading or one resource that I just quickly read. It talks about the eligibility requirements, the basic eligibility requirements for a fiancé petition. The first requirement would have to be your fiancé, if you're a Filipina, should be a US citizen to be able to file a fiancé petition. So in his petition or in your petition, you must show that your fiancé is a US citizen, and that second, you and your fiancé are able to marry, or you both of you intend to marry 90 days within 90 days of your fiance's arrival in the United States. And for you to be able to do that, of course, you have to make sure that both of you are free to marry. Lastly, it is a requirement for you to have met each other in person within 2 years before filing the petition. I've also read some clauses that you can apply for a waiver. If you are unable to see each other in person within 2 years before filing the petition, I think there is something that you can do, like an additional requirement for you to submit, but I don't know about that. So if, again, you wanted to learn more about it, please visit the USCIS website. I will link it down below, including this PDF that I've read, so that you will be able to look it up yourself, and so that you can be guided. Because I am not a representative of the USCIS, I am also in the process of learning, and I really have to learn about this US stuffs because it's so different. And plus, I did not have to deal with this before, even at work. So for our sake, I will read and I will try to learn, and I'll take you with me, just in case you are also like a Filipina planning to go or move to the US with your fiance, and especially if you want to work or if you want to get employed there. So yeah, it's about employment or residency. There is a question posted here that if I choose the fiancé visa option, how does my fiancé obtain permanent resident status? So your fiancé will need to enter the United States with a fiancé visa, and once submitted to the United States with a K-1 visa, your fiancé will be authorized to stay in the United States 90 days, during which you are permitted to marry. So it means that within 90 days, like the day one of your arrival in the US, the countdown starts. So you need to marry as soon as possible, or at least before the 90 days end. And after the marriage, your spouse may now apply for a permanent residency by filing a form I-485, or better known as application to register permanent residence or to adjust the status. And again, mail it to the same address as you did initially with the K-1 visa application. It's to Illinois, USCIS, Chicago, Illinois, I think it's Illinois. Illinois, I don't know. How do you say that? Let me know. Next question. So can my fiance work in the United States while on a fiance visa? Now, this is a very tricky and interesting one because, after admission, your fiance immediately apply for permission to work by filing Form 1 or I-765, or better known as Application for Employment Authorization, with the USCIS lockbox based on your place of residence. Any work authorization based on a non-immigrant fiancé visa would also be eligible to apply for an extended work authorization at the same time as she files for her permanent residency. In case your fiancé would file Form I-765 with Form I-485, or the adjustment of status as soon as you marry. So these things can go together. And I believe this is really the way to go because I'm not sure how many months the adjustment of status will take. And really, as much as possible, as soon as possible, I really want to work. So I would want to, I'm gonna look into this more, and let me know if you're also interested and if you have some questions, so I can look deeper into this topic and share with you my learnings about entering the US with a K-1 visa and then applying for an adjustment status and this application for employment authorization. There is also a very a relevant question here posted. What if my fiance uses a different kind of visa or enters a visitor's visa to come here to marry? Enters as a visitor without a visa. So there could be serious problems for your fiance if he or she enters the United States on another visa with the intention of marrying and residing here, attempting to obtain a visa or entering the US by saying one thing when you intend may be considered immigration fraud, for which there are serious penalties. So it means that because we were looking into, I actually was looking into other options on how I can get to the US without having to wait so long for the K1 visa, because 13 months, oh my gosh, a lot can happen in 13 months. So I was searching for alternative options, and the option that I seen to be, or considered to be considered as something that's feasible or doable, is like if I can get an employer to petition me to go to the US. But then apart from the fact that I'm nothing special, like I have no special talent skills whatsoever, so first, it will be so hard for me to find an employer to petition me. Second of all, well, it says here that if you've already filed for a K1 visa, I don't think you should be needing to file for another petition, whatsoever petition, or enter the US with tourist visa or whatever, because it's what their law says. So your intent to go to the US is solely to be with the person that you love, and that should be the only reason that you're going to be there. And if you have other like petitions for like employment petition or whatnot, it's going to be so sketchy and they will consider it as fraud. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there are still there's a lot to learn about this K1 visa application, and let me know if you are interested to hear about or to know about the packet. Like, what did we include in our submission, so that I can share that one with you, and even with filing the form or filling out the form, because it was a very lengthy form. I think there were 13 pages. So K1 visa application form. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I always say this because I'm very, very happy. However, I feel so very, very hot, so very, very init right now. And yeah, I'm excited. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video, hopefully soon. And let me know in the comment section or slide my DM if you want me to delve into topics about K1 visa application and whatnot about this whole process. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck to everyone who's trying to get the visa. And yes, good luck to us. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, don't forget, stay sane, kind, and confident. Bye.